Cyndi here with Create Your Own Luck and Love, and I'm excited to chat with you guys today about why you should never chase love. So I could take this in a lot of different directions, but number one, as a woman, or most of my clients are female. Some of them are men too, but I'm going to talk about this as a woman and male perspective. But from a woman's perspective, ladies, why you should never chase love is because it's a very masculine energy. Most of the women that come to me, that work with me, they want to feel feminine. Most of my clients are go-getters. They're, businesswomen, they're successful. So part of the why you should never chase love, how that comes about is, well, think about it from the other side. When you first meet somebody, and let's just say you're both mutually interested and he's pursuing you really hard, and maybe trying to get you to do things that you're not quite ready to do, like jump into bed or spend a lot of time together. And many times women will go along with it because she's interested or somewhat interested, but then there's one of two things that happens. He's way too much too fast, and you go, oh, this is not the right person for me. And that comes from insecurity, feeling of lack, not feeling like enough, okay? Comes from the same thing on a woman's standpoint. But I'm going to explain a couple things to you. So, and it's part of the reason why you don't want to sleep with a man too soon. I coach about this often, where women will say, well, why can't I have sex with them after the second, third, fourth date? Well, one, do you know him very well? The answer would probably be no. And secondly, here's what that does. Now, does it work out sometimes? Yes. It's just more the exception to the rule. It's like, it's like you hear 1 in 100 or 500 people that have gotten married and they had sex on the first date. But here's why it doesn't work. Because typically there isn't even time before the sex happens to really explore, is this person, somebody that I really want to have a relationship with? Is this somebody that shares my values? Do we share a similar vision in life? And men feel the same thing. And if sex comes into it too soon, then you're all focused in on the sex, right? So that's one. But why you should not pursue? Well, where does pursuing come from? Why do women feel the need to do that? Like, for example, maybe you're dating someone and you might even be in an early exclusive relationship or in an exclusive relationship, and you're a little uncertain. Maybe he's pulled back and you're questioning, maybe you feel really good when you're with them, but then when you're not, there's uncertainty that occurs. So a woman can go into a space, a man can do this too, but of, wanting to reach out, wanting to feel reassurance. And men actually pick up on that. They pick up on the energy of wanting to feel validated, and it comes through as a neediness energy. So what do you do instead? Well, if you're thinking, should I text him? Should I not text him? The answer is absolutely not. Don't do it. Give him space to see how he's going to show up for you. And instead of, and I see this a lot too, instead of, maybe you don't meet a lot of people that you find really interesting or you're attracted to. I hear this from women all the time. And all of a sudden you meet someone and they seem to check off a lot of the boxes and they want similar things as you and you're attracted to them and all those great things, we tend to put them on a pedestal and like they can do no wrong. And what happens is then there's no way you can show up as fully authentic. And a lot of times we realize we're putting men on pedestals. I used to do this all the time. I didn't even know, I really didn't understand it. But what then happens is you're in your masculine energy because you've got a proving yourself energy, not to mention that you've actually given your power away. So you don't meet people that you're attracted to that often. You don't meet people that you feel you're aligned with that often. And that's another thing. That's another block, but that's for a different live. But so how do you handle that? What I'm going to invite you to do is to start becoming attracted to, start training your brain, because our brains are really powerful, to become attracted to his masculine advances towards you, how he shows up to you. And a man, you can tell a man is invested in you if he invests his time, his energy, his resources, his emotions. You know, if he is able to be vulnerable with you, and his ability to be vulnerable with you is directly related to your authenticity and your ability to be vulnerable as well. So chasing never works, especially for a woman that wants to feel loved, wants to feel cherished and adored, wants to feel completely seen. And, you know, and I get this a lot, so I feel called to want to say this to you guys. Can you reach out to a man? Can you text a man? Yeah, absolutely. You can text a man when you have absolutely no question, 1000%, this guy is totally into you, like you just know it. Then it wouldn't matter if you texted him or called him and said, hey, let's go out to dinner tomorrow night, because there's a really good connection there and he's really interested in you. So, and you know, I'll share a quick story with you. I have this old friend of mine, and it was interesting because when she would date guys, and you know, she would date other men in between that were like, meh, you know, the ones, but she kind of liked him. But when she would date guys that it was really obvious they were into her and she was into them, she would call them all the time. She would, you know, message them, all of that. And the reason being is because there was already tension built up there. They were mutually interested. There was really nothing that she could do that would really ruin it, short of becoming really needy of attention and demanding. And so a lot of times when we go after chasing love, we're at a place of attachment of what we're going to get on the other side. So, you know, I oftentimes ask women, like, if you're thinking of texting a man, or if you,
it's 2:00.
If you want to reach out to them, I'm going to go in a second, because I could go off for days. What is it that you're hoping to see happen? And then are you going to be really disappointed if it doesn't? And their answers are usually very indicative of what they should do, because if you're super attached to the outcome, and that's part of where early dating comes in. Keep your options open, keep your options open, keep your options open, so that you're not in this space where you automatically go into chasing, because the chasing comes from, well, it comes from childhood. It comes from lack of connections that fostered security. So, and and that goes forth on a deeper level, which I'm happy to go deeper into that. If you guys say, hey, I'd love to hear more about that kind of stuff, I'm happy to do that. I go deeper within that with each of my clients, depending on what your background is. So at any rate, I hope this helps you to understand the real significance of allowing yourself to be in the feminine. And if you are dating someone and you're in a committed relationship and you want him to text you every day, you would like to hear from him once a day, you don't want to make a request out of a demand, like, you're not texting me anymore all day long or whatever. Say, gosh, I really love it when I hear from you at least once a day. It makes me so happy. It puts a smile on my face. You see the difference? So I hope this helps you guys. Put a yes if this helps, and please, please, please make a comment in the comment area if you have any other requests as far as lives are concerned, or what you would like to learn more about. Lots of love to you. If you know a woman that needs to hear about this, then please share the love. If you're on YouTube, hi, push the subscribe button, the little bell, so you can get notifications. If you like me, give me a thumbs up. Thank you again so much. It was great being here today, and lots of love. Bye.